Hello everyone, you cannot see me, but my name is Karan Goenka, and I'm the MCVP IGIP of ISAC in the United States. In this video, I'm going to show you really quick what are different ways in which you can utilize LinkedIn. I know we've thrown out LinkedIn as a tool a lot, but we haven't necessarily spent that much time really showing you how you can use it. So you go to Chrome, you open LinkedIn. This is your profile, right? Now, one of the best tools about LinkedIn is going to the advanced. So click advanced search here. As it's opening up, say for instance you're in the Miami area, right? So one of the easiest ways is to see who do you really know who's even there in Miami, and maybe who has some connection with ISAC. So prior, like really an ISAC alumni. So in the keywords, I would type ISAC, and I would just click search. But under location here is where I would add Miami. So Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So now what shows up is my first, second, and now I'm also going to click third connections with someone in Miami. So first connection means that I directly know this person. Second connection means that I know someone who knows someone who knows this person. And third connection means I know someone who knows somebody else who knows this person. Right? Now, if I want to really try and get someone who would be interested in ISAC, I would maybe look at someone who's a C-level executive, so who I can really try to connect with, right? So for instance, let's see, Caroline. Yeah, so she's a senior account manager at Telmex. So the first thing I would do is find if this organization, Telmex, is an organization that we want to work with. If you just look here, you can see it has over 10,000 alumni. So maybe there would be. So I would look into this company a little more to do some more research. And if it still made sense, then I know these two individuals, Gerardo Monsalve and Edgar Navarro, and I would ask them to introduce me to Caroline. I could either just email them directly with her LinkedIn profile and ask them, "Hi Edgar, as you know, I'm part of ISAC. I noticed that you know Caroline. I would like you to introduce me to her to see if there is any way in which we can work together." Or I could also use the Get Introduced tool on LinkedIn, where I could say choose a shared connection, Edgar, and then I could just type here, right? So that's one way in which you could utilize your network. Another way is if you know a company that you're trying to get into, right? So again, I would go to Advanced, and maybe I would say Deloitte. And maybe I want to say Deloitte in Chicago. So I click Chicago here. So there are some people who are in my first connection who I can directly try and, so I know a principal at Deloitte, or I know a partner at Deloitte. So I could, like, owner and principal at Deloitte again, Rich Nanda. I could try and connect with them and see if they, get a bridge there to try and talk to Deloitte in Chicago. Or if there's someone else I'm trying to go, so let's see who I don't know, I would click second connection here. And again, in terms of senior level, I want this to be a C-level executive. Okay, vice chairman of U.S. retail, this project controller, analyst, founder, CEO. So there are these different individuals who may have some access. So what I would do is go to each of these profiles and see if any of these people could be a decision maker or would be someone that I would be interested in talking to. And if so be the case, say maybe Elizabeth Underwood, and I would do the same thing. See, okay, Lauren Lee is a friend of mine. She knows Elizabeth. I would ask Elizabeth. I would ask Lauren to introduce me to Elizabeth. Right? That's another way in which you can do it. And one third way which I use is if you know someone who has good connections. So, for instance, I know that Karen Thickman, who's actually an ISAC alumni, has some really amazing connection all around the US. She's responsible for ISAC Life. She knows a lot of other ISAC alumni as well as others. So I would click on her connections and maybe search, say, Miami. Right? So what I did here is, again, I would go to advanced search. And the reason I searched Miami is because if I'm trying to get into Miami, I want her to introduce me to certain individuals. So I will click Miami. Again, went to seniority level, clicked CXO. And you see a lot of other individuals, right? So some of these individuals may be people who would be high-level individuals that you would want to talk to. So, for instance, let's see, Ramiro Henrique or Arpad Havizi. So as you can see, he works for a company called Celestica, which is actually based out of Canada. So I would see, okay, does this organization has an office in Miami or anywhere in the US? And is it an organization that we would want to work with in ISAC? And if that's the case, then I would ask Karen to introduce me to ARPAD and then have a call. And and I have done this already. So with Miami, when I went to Miami, I did this. I got a lot of introductions with people like Gerardo. So all these people that you see in my inbox are people that I've asked for introductions from through individuals like Karen or others that I know. So yeah, that was just a quick video which shows you it's like very simple and really easy. Really try to use your LinkedIn networks to identify people from your second or third connections and get introduced. And the best people I would look at is someone who already has an ISAC connection. So again, keyword ISAC, advanced, look in the area that you're looking at and see if there are people around the area who have some connection with ISAC who may be able to help you with getting more leads. So I hope this was helpful, and I really hope that you guys use LinkedIn a lot more to be able to get connections. And one last point, every time you go on a meeting or every time you meet someone, make sure to add them on LinkedIn. So for instance, I met with David Maddock yesterday from Cole Haan, and he's a second connection, and I'm going to click connect, and I'm going to add his email address, which I have in my business card. Oh, I have his business card, right? So really simple. That's a really good way of using